something is going to happen in my lifetime that is going to bring the kind of reality that the people of Israel saw on the 7th to the people of America, to the people of Europe, to the people of Britain. And we should prepare for that, and we should prepare a generation for that.
Douglas Murray has launched a warning about what's coming in the UK as we continue to turn away from Christianity. And of course, the most egregious example of that over the past many weeks has come from Stephanie Mander, the head teacher of Norwood Primary School at Eastleigh, who issued this disgusting letter to the parents and carers saying that as we approach the spring season, she was going to inform them about an important update regarding our school's traditional Easter celebrations. And she said, after careful consideration and discussion with our school community, we have decided not to hold the Easter Bonnet Parade or the Easter service this year, saying the decision has been made in the spirit of inclusivity and respect for the diverse religious beliefs represented within the school community. While it might be disappointing, she's looking at alternative ways to celebrate. And guess what? It includes taking part in Refugee Week in June. These are the people behind our educational institutions, and this is why this warning from Douglas Murray is so important. Analysis from my superstar panel, June Slater and Lilani Dowding, in one moment, but first here's what Douglas Murray had to say.
I believe very strongly today that people in America, Europe, Britain, the rest of the West, are going to have to get serious very fast. Because something is going to happen. I don't know what, but something is going to happen in my lifetime that is going to bring the kind of reality that the people of Israel saw on the 7th to the people of America, to the people of Europe, to the people of Britain. And we should prepare for that, and we should prepare a generation for that. And we should encourage them. They've got to break out of the thing they're in. These ignoramuses, the narcissists, the navel gazers. We've got to tell them that the age of grievance is over. The age of grievance will be over with an age of heroism and courage. And we should encourage that from everybody. And if these other people who want to hold us all back and want to make us talk about things that are so banal and boring, like gender woo-woo and I'm feeling non-binary, no, don't have time for you. Get out the way. Life's too serious. Get ready.
But of course, the out-of-touch mainstream media in the UK don't feel that way. For example, they keep on platforming hard left lunatics who hate our country, who hate its Christian values, like the awful Yasmin Alabaya-Brown on Jeremy Vine.
I really wanted to hear from the school because I am so sick and tired of these newspaper stories, which have gone on forever. It used to be Christmas, I remember. I've got the cuttings. Muslims want to cancel Christmas, and then everybody would hate us. Or Muslims don't want us to do this or that. Now it's come to Easter. But we don't know why they've done this, and I see no reason to get cross about it at all.
Well, we reached out to the school. They were too busy to respond.
Do you know in America, where there is a lot of Christian fundamentalism, as we know, there are lots of very passionate Christians, schools don't do any faith. Did you know that?
Oh, so June Slater, Yasmin Alabaya-Brown actually thinks it's just amazing. I mean, let's just scrap Christianity altogether, right? But of course, when it comes to Ramadan, the whole country should stop.
Well, she's never stopped moaning about this country since she moved to it. She's had a good ride out of this country. She's had a great career. She's well respected. Well, not by me. And, you know, what are you moaning about? She's still moaning. The percentage of the population is what? Between 4 and 6%. And they get 30 to 40% of the airtime where the news is concerned. 36% of our abattoirs are owned by Muslims. If they've made a footprint in the country, they get exactly what they want. People cave into them. Why is she even saying this? Why is it relevant? I mean, the thing is, what people forget, the biggest growing factor in the country isn't Christianity. We know that. We know Islam's the biggest growing religion. But the biggest factor is atheism, because people are turning away from faith, because unfortunately the Christian church hasn't made it interesting or exciting enough. It hasn't made it a compulsion to want to join in. It's left it to die. And that's because the institution that we rely on, the schools and the education system, is basically woke. They want it to die. I actually believe they want it to die. And I think they're trying to pave the way for one religion being left as the main one. And sadly, it's going to be an uphill struggle no matter what people think, because the growing factor is atheism, people with no faith. Easter, most people like Easter because it's holidays and people think about Easter bunnies. Christianity, there's a number of things, and there's no need to cancel it. There's no need at all for a school to do that. We've got power, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. And that's because it's getting hold of people in their formative years, when you listen to things and your character is moulded. I still remember some of my kindly junior school teachers. They've affected me in my life because they were decent, honest people. But we've got people with agendas. The education system is basically full of activists. That's the problem.
Well, Alani, the agenda could not be more clear, could it? Oh, let's not celebrate Easter, but don't worry, we've got Refugee Week in June. I mean, how on earth is that comparable? But first, we've partnered with Gundry MD to share this information with you. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true. It's not some weird trendy superfood. Don't worry about that. You're actually probably used to cooking with it. But there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's also a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible. So that's whether it's taking a shot of it daily or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cupboard. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health? Well, any olive oil can give you some benefits, but if you're looking to get the best results, it matters a lot which one you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. I mean, you can tell that by the number of olive oil brands you see at the grocery store, and you can bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind, and many brands may even cut corners one way or another to increase profits. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils are so powerful, it may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. This video has gone viral since its release, and it's important you see it so you can start benefiting immediately. You can watch the video right now at getolive1.com/outspoken or by clicking the link, which is in the description box below. That's getolive1.com/outspoken, or just click on the link in the description box below. People who have taken his advice have shared their results, saying the olive oil they bought after learning his simple rules have helped change their lives. So make sure you go to getolive1.com/outspoken, or just click on the link in the description box below this video. But now, back to the show.
I know, it's a complete virtue signal. And then we saw King Charles have Ramadan celebrations in Windsor Castle, not mentioning Lent, not mentioning Easter, not mentioning Ash Wednesday, none of it. So what I would say is this, that if anyone's upset about this, as I am, instead of just taking to Twitter or social media or moaning, go to church this Easter. This is what I'm going to do. I haven't been to church for a long time. Prior to Christmas, I thought I'm going to go to a carol service. I want to go in, give a donation to the church, make sure we save our churches, go to an Easter mass, go to an Easter celebration, make sure that your kids participate in some Easter celebration, whether it's church or whether it's an Easter egg hunt or anything that gets them talking about Easter, so that when they go back after the Easter holidays, they can go and talk about it and annoy their teachers at school about how they had a lovely Easter and how they celebrated Easter. That's the only thing we can do. That's the way we're going to have to fight back. Parents are going to have to get involved. Obviously, there's writing to the school, blah, 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 but go and have the kids get excited about Easter and Easter celebrations and figure out what it's all about and the renewal and and spring and celebrating that. So I think, that's the only way we're going to beat it. Otherwise, we're going to have big Ramadan celebrations next year.
But I mean, June, we already do though, don't we? I mean, look at these pictures in London, for example. So we literally have the elite class saying we should celebrate a minority religion while getting rid of all celebrations for the national religion.
Well, I think from my point of view, we're a Christian country that's been accommodating to everybody else, and that's how I will always view it. And I'm too old to view it any other way. And this multicultural project has failed, and no one's admitting to it. No one wants to admit that it's failed. And you don't create a fair society by being overly favourable to one particular group of people. That just creates division, and that's where we go wrong. We're almost self-flagellating at the thought that we're Christian or that we have rights and we have views. And the people that are coming off the worst are basically young white boys, aren't they? Because they're getting left behind in everything. You've got a Muslim education group, very, very well funded, who are buying up British schools at knockdown prices, where one local school has had IT studies taken off the curriculum. The parents have gone mad. Yet the business that now owns that school, with its own headquarters in Blackburn in Lancashire, with about, I think it's 8,000 pupils, one of the mainly Muslim. It's open to other people, but it is mainly Muslim. It's one of their lead topics, IT studies. They're excelling in it. So why would you not have it for a school that's predominantly for, non-Islamic kids, just people of Christian or other no faith? I don't understand it. I don't understand why we let this imbalance continue. It's madness. It's utter madness. It's like a death of a thousand cuts, and we ought to be proud of what we've got. We've welcome. Try and take your faith or your politics. Can you imagine me if I went to Islamabad to stand in Parliament? What they would think? Right, I've decided I'm going to bestow upon you all I know about democracy. I don't think I'd get very far, would, as a woman over there, and that's where I think we get slated. You've only got to look at the faces in our Parliament. We're a mixed bag from everywhere, and we've done very well at trying to accommodate it. But when it's thrust upon you, if you want to see what multiculturalism looks like as a success, then look at a mixed race marriage. That's done out of choice. That's born out of love. That's people who are attracted. We don't know why, but they come together out of love. That's it working, and it's done naturally. But when you start people forcing you to do it, you've got to do this because we've said so, that's when it fails. You can't achieve anything with force.
Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.